All right, guys, I just got to keep it real with you. It is not looking good for Dodge at all. It's not looking good for Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Stellantis, period. As of right now, Stellantis just laid off 400 salaried workers. That's right, 400, which effectively is a little under 2% of their workforce globally. They plan on laying off a total of up to potentially 3,000 workers, right? Not only that, they just had a recall on 285,000 Chrysler 300 and Dodge Chargers from the year 2018 to the year 2021 because of an airbag malfunction. All right. It's not looking good for Dodge at all. Like at this point, between the layoffs, between the electric market push, and between the fact that the 23s are not selling and the Dodge dealerships are flooded with 23s in 2024, going into 2025, it's not looking good at all. Like, I don't know what Dodge is going to do, but I will say that I still think that these prices are going to drop pretty tremendously by the end of the year, which is going to benefit us. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. As you can tell, I'm in a house that makes this a house vlog. You know what's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So boom. Let's look at this headline right here. Stellantis lays off about 400 salaried workers as automakers continue electric vehicle transition. Fox News, right? I know you guys love Fox News. Stellantis continues trimming its workforce as it focuses on electric vehicle production. Stellantis announces over 3,000, not 300, 3,000 potential layoffs. So they've already laid off 400, but they're stating that they could potentially be laying off 3,000. Now, 400 is a 2% of the workforce. 3,000, my God. And I'll be honest with you, this is all because of this electric vehicle push that Stellantis has in mind, right? And then on top of that, just recently, and when I say recently, I literally mean as of last week, March 22nd, 2024, Stellantis recalls nearly 285,000 Dodge Chrysler cars over potentially deadly airbag defect, right? So between the years of 2018 and 2021, if you own a Chrysler 300 or Dodge Charger, there is a chance that you could be in a ticking time bomb in the situation that you get into an accident and that airbag comes out and busts you upside the head like that. I actually hit myself pretty hard there. I don't know why I did that, but you can imagine how much harder your airbag is going to hit you if you're driving in a 2020 Dodge Charger or 2018 Chrysler 300. So they're recalling 285,000. They're laying off potentially 3,000. And then they've got dealerships that are flooded with 2023s that will not move. This is not looking good for Dodge at all. I got to be real with you. I want you guys to watch this clip here from Fox News, right? Like I said, I know you guys love Fox News. But let's watch this little clip from Fox News.
Stellantis says it could lay off as many as 3,600 workers.
3,600, I'm sorry.
Ohio, over the next 2 months. The reason the company says it needs to comply with California's emission regulations.
So if you're not familiar with California's emission regulation, California has stated that by the year 2030, they want all of their all of new vehicle productions, right? So all new cars built after 2030, they want them to be electric. Let that sink in.
Scott Hayes represents Toledo Refining Company, and he joins me now. Cares a whole lot about this issue. Scott, good morning. It's great to see you. You know, this is a strange one. Tell us why people in your state are losing their jobs over what's going on in California.
Well, what we're seeing is that failed policy out of Sacramento and out of DC are costing real collateral damage here in the Midwest. The effort to put you into an electric vehicle before we can do so, before it's even attainable, it's unachievable, and it's costing jobs here, as was announced. I mean, you've met the people in Toledo, Carly. They love you. This is a proud people. They care about their work ethic, take working with their hands seriously, are willing to work out in the elements and on crazy shifts. And so we're very upset to hear that 1,225 people got a robocall that they might not have a job to comply with emissions regulations that are just out of touch with reality and what's achievable.
So you heard what he said. Because Stellantis is pushing this whole electric BS, because they're pushing it so hard, And they're pushing it before not only infrastructure is available, right? Because where I live in Charlotte, North Carolina is much different than Los Angeles, California, San Francisco, California, New York, New York. You know what I'm saying? The infrastructure in Charlotte isn't that of those cities and states. So it's like you got an electric vehicle, God forbid you know, run out of juice, you may be screwed, as opposed to California where there's an electric charge station everywhere.
Yeah, and these people that are going to lose their jobs in Toledo and Detroit, it's not that the market is dictating this, it's that these companies need to comply with a government mandate for a car that a lot of people can't afford or don't want. So these are really good paying jobs. What are these people going to do?
That's a good question.
So you heard what she said. It's not that the market wants this. No one has ever said that they wanted an electric Dodge Charger or an electric Dodge anything. No one has ever said that they want an electric Jeep or they want an electric Chrysler 300. No one has ever said that. It's the companies that are forcing these things on us, not us.
You know, try explaining this to those people that are losing their job. And if you talk about the 1,225 jobs, think about all the suppliers. Toledo is a big supply park to the Detroit auto scene. And who knows what's going to happen. I can tell you this, for all of the talk about environmental justice, we need to better understand this quite eccentric definition, because it is not good for people on a precarious income. I'd argue it's not good for the environment, because what we're seeing is we're shifting productions to country that don't make it as cleanly as we do in the United States. Yep. I believe it's a net loser for the carbon footprint, and it's certainly a loser for people on a precarious income.
Yeah, and just to step back a little bit, so the reason why Stellantis is talking about California's electric vehicle emissions and why they need to comply with that is because California has this new law that all cars sold in and beyond 2035 need to be electric vehicles. And
2035, I'm sorry, I said 2030. But you hear that? After 2035, all vehicles have to be electric. So that's why Stellantis is trying to comply with that. Now, me personally, if I'm the head of Stellantis, hey, listen, California, you on your own. Like, I guess we just won't be selling Dodge vehicles in California because you're alienating the entire country because of California. No disrespect to my California viewers out there. I love you guys, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not willing to risk my entire company's success for one state and for one senator or one politician that wants to pass this BS. I'm just not with it.
The Biden administration also proposed 2/3 cars sold by 2032 need to be electric.
And then your boy Biden, of course, as well. 2032, 2/3 need to be electric.
As well. And then you have former President Trump. He did a town hall with Sean Hannity last week.
Your boy Trump.
He touched upon this issue. Take a listen to what he had to say.
On day 2, we'll get rid of this ridiculous electric car mandate. You know, on a diesel fuel truck, the big ones, great ones, you go 2,000 miles. On an electric truck, you have nothing left because the battery is so large. Believe it or not, it takes up most of the space, so that's a little problem.
Were we not just talking about how big that electric battery is going to be in the new Charger? Were we not talking about the fact that the 2025 and 24 Dodge Charger is going to be 5,800 pounds? And 3/4 of that is nothing but battery. We're not even talking about like the infrastructure, wheels, tires, suspension, transmission. I don't think they have a transmission, but all of that stuff. We're just talking about battery. 2/3 of that car is nothing but battery. And you heard the man say it.
But it only goes 300 miles.
Yeah.
And yet it doesn't matter to them. A child would understand, therefore you can't do it. You talk about a supply chain problem.
So boom. I'm not going to waste your time too much with clips there, guys, but that's what it's like right now. As of right now, Stellantis has already laid off 400 salaried workers, and they could potentially lay off up to 3,000. Guys, it's not looking good for Dodge right now. Now, with that being said, all right, so 3,000 workers may be getting let off or let go, right? 400 have already been let go. 285,000 recalls on Stellantis products, right, since 2018, the Charger and the 300, right, 2018 to 2021 airbag BS, right? With all of that being said, the consumer, the silver lining in this is that the consumer may come out okay before the end of the year. And I say that to say dealerships are still flooded with 23s. They have no room for 24s and certainly no room for 25s. As I've been saying in my last few videos, they will come down on the prices. So when I tell you that the best opportune time to get you a brand new 23, I guess you can still call it a brand new because even though it's technically a year old, it's still on the lot with no miles and you would be the first owner. In order to get you a brand new 23, this is going to be the year, right? When I tell you these Hellcat prices are going to start looking like Scat prices and Scat prices are going to look like V6 prices, I mean just that. Stellantis is going to get downright desperate, downright doggish with the prices, right? I mean, in order for them to make some sort of profit off of these damn cars, they've got to come up off the price. And I'm telling you, they will do so in a tremendous fashion. I think that by the end of the year, we're going to be seeing, like I said, 20, 30, 40% off on these cars. I'm not talking power dollars. I'm talking about power dollars. Whatever you were getting with the power dollar deals, multiply that by 2, because that's what they're going to do in order to get rid of these cars. So it sucks that Stellantis is laying off all of these good people. That really sucks. Like, that really sucks to have any more Americans losing their jobs, right? But if you are a consumer on the other end of it, and you're looking at a 23 Dodge Charger, Challenger, whatever, Chrysler, Ram, all that stuff, they're still selling TRXs for $125. You know what I mean? Like in Charlotte right now, they've got 3 T-Rexes at my dealership for $125 a piece. Those 125 Rexes, I would not be surprised if we see them for 60, 70, 80, 90,000. Right now, of course, I'm just speculating on the price, but when I say that they're going to get drastic, I mean they're going to get drastic. This is not good for Stellantis. This is not good for Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, none of them. This is not good, period, for this automaker. All of this stuff happening, laying off people, recalls, extremely high prices, cars not moving. They've got so much stuff going against them. It's ridiculous. But if you're the consumer on the other side of it, I think we will benefit. But once again, it's just a matter of timing, right? I don't have a watch on right now, but you can imagine it's a matter of timing, okay? Just wait it out. For all you guys that want that new Scat, that new Cat, I'm telling you, mark my words, all right? These prices will be coming down. I'm talking about powerful dollar rebates. You know what I mean? But all of this sucks, man. It really does. More than 3,000 potential layoffs. And at the beginning of this video, he said it'll be closer to 3,600 layoffs because of California, man. California and your boy Joe Biden. Joe Biden has stated by the year 2032, he wants 2/3 of all new cars to be electric. 2032, he wants 2/3 of all new cars to be electric. 8 years from now. 2035, California, they want all cars to be electric. Like, this is what happens, man. So this is how Dodge goes from being the best of the best to what they're potentially going to be in the future. And that's why they're trying to push this electric. Let's keep it 100 here. Forgive my language. But that's why they're trying to push this 2025 electric Dodge Charger bullshit. It's simply because of this. They're trying to be the first ones to the party, essentially. I think that's what it is. I think what it is that Dodge is trying to release this electric Charger in 25 so early, it's so ahead of everybody else, that hopefully by the time 2032 rolls around and 2035 rolls around, Dodge will be at the top of the electric car market because they've already been doing it at that point for what, 6 years, 7 years? At that point, 2032, if they release it in 25 going into 2032, what's that, 7 years at that point? So they've already been doing it for 7 years. They've already perfected it. Now they've got the Hellcat or the Demon in 2032 by the time Ford and Chevy and all these other companies catch up to them. But between then, are they even going to survive? Let's be real here. So I think that's what it is. I don't know why Stellantis is pushing it so hard, to be honest with you. I mean, if Ford can still put out a V8 and still put out a bigger V8, right? Not just a V8, but they want a bigger V8, a more gas guzzling, loud, bad for the environment car. Why the hell can't Dodge do it? Why can't Stellantis do it? Why can't we get another 392 in the Jeep? Why can't we get a Ram TRX 2 in 2025? But I'm going to be honest with you, this just does not look good for Stellantis, man. For Stellantis as the entity, I think it's terrible. But for us as the consumers, I think we're about to come up real big. Real big before the end of the year. I think we're about to come up. So for you guys that's got your RTs or your V6s, if I were you, unless, like I said in my last video, unless you see something that's just crazy, unless you see a crazy deal, right? If you see a crazy deal, go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? Disregard what I'm saying. But if you are in the market for a brand new Scapack, Hellcat, or anything, T-Rex, anything, a Jeep 392, anything, Chrysler 300, 392, anything, I would wait. because these prices are going to drop. They don't have a choice at this point. Stellantis is suffering. They've got to make some sort of money off of these cars. Trust me when I say these prices will drop. Mark my words. That's it, man. I'm gone. CarLock, check it out. I'm back on the CarLock team. You see, I got the merch on. CarLock, check them out. Saving, protecting your car. You know, you think I'm playing? I've got it on my phone as we speak. Protecting my car as we speak. CarLock, check them out. See you guys in the next one. Peace.